Up until around 17 years old, I was scared of everything. So when I'd sit or lie down, I'd cross my toes, like this. I would hear, "Pull yourself together, Rowan," from Mr. Goonbrain at school. So I would. I'd physically tighten all my body together and I'd cross my toes, and I'd be like that for hours and hours. If my toes weren't crossed, I was playing football. And for some weird reason, we've convinced ourselves that playing a sport solely with your feet needs to be done in the most narrow shoes possible. Do the maths, because E equals MC, I know you're talking bollocks on that one. Anyway, my life was spent in constant pain and my feet were pretty, for lack of a better term, fucked up. One random day in the summer of 2020, my dad walked up to me and said, "Rowan, have you ever heard of barefoot shoes?" I looked at him and said, "No, father, I have not." He quickly did me an absolute solid and ordered me a pair of shoes right there and then, because he knew that my feet were, what did I say before? Fucked up. As soon as the shoes came, I stuck them on, went for a walk. I came back, I chucked away all my other shoes, and I haven't looked back since. I said I was in constant pain before, but after wearing these shoes it just slowly seemed to go away. My toes weren't being crushed all the time, and I had a strong foundation to allow my body to do what it's supposed to do. Enough about me though, you're probably pretty bored right now, so I'm going to give you the only 3 things you need to get them wide, stable looking feet back. Come on. I know the title of this video is a bit harsh, but your feet probably are fucked, just like mine. This is step number 1. You guessed it, be barefoot as much as you possibly can. Fucking I'm way too tall to get my leg up that high. But be barefoot, my people. As much as you possibly can, okay, in any situation. Now, there's going to be so many situations where you can't be barefoot, and I know that. But if you're in the woods, if you're in grass, anywhere where it's soft, get those shoes and socks off, and I promise you, you will feel way connected to the earth, and your toes will be able to spread, and they will slowly just get wider and wider, which is what we're looking for. If you're in a situation where you can't go barefoot, buy some barefoot shoes. And it will allow you to be as naturally barefoot as you can possibly be. Now I hear some of your voices loud and clear, honestly. I don't want to wear stupid shoes. I want to look cool. When I go out, I want to wear nice things. I understand that, and a lot of barefoot shoes do look a little bit weird, okay? I am fully aware of that. So this is what you need to do. You can keep all of your nice shoes. You don't need to chuck all of them away. But then buy 1 pair of barefoot shoes that are like your working out shoes. Use them for most daily activities. And then whenever you want to stick on a nice, fancy, cool looking outfit and go meet the boys with a couple of beers, stick them Air Force Ones on, brother. If you're a sister, stick them nice heels on, girl, because Jesus Christ, heels are like the worst possible thing you can wear for your shoe. But if you want them sexy looking legs, stick them on, girl. What kind of a percentage is that, bro? Sometimes I think I'm actually dyslexic. That's not even that much better, fuck it. You need to be wearing barefoot shoes 80% of the time if you want your feet to improve. And that's step 1. Barefoot shoes, be barefoot as much as possible, and do it 80% of the time. Okay, step 2 now. Okay, move on to step 2 now, okay? Okay, man are pulling up with a step 2 now. Step 2 now, step 2 now. That's not working very well. That's supposed to be a foot. Oh my god, that's so bad. Right, step I can't take myself seriously. Right, step 2 is you want to stretch your toes and feet as much as you possibly can. So what you can do, this is supposed to be a foot by the way, is get your fingers and put them in each space of your toes and just literally maneuver it and stretch it around. I'll add a little video in right now of me doing it.
Don't look at my dirty feet. Nah, this is what I mean though, you just like maneuver it about. I can barely get my fingers in there, but just push it and it will spread apart.
Your feet are just like any muscle. You need to stretch them and you need to expand them if they've got really too tight and enclosed and you've pulled yourself together. And your big toe is actually 4 times the size of the rest of your toes. So if that's the only toe that's being squished in shoes, because the shoe will come round like here, and this bit of your toe will be completely squished, you're basically taking away like the biggest point of foundation for literally doing everything. If your biggest toe, therefore the most important toe, is the main one and only one being squished, Literally, you are ruining the rest of your body because it works from the bottom up. It doesn't start from the top. So any movement you do comes from your feet and your toes. So if your feet are compromised, your ankle is compromised, your knee is compromised, your hip, you get the point. It literally goes all the way up. Ever since me being barefoot, so many of my pains have gone away in every aspect of my body. It's not just you fix your feet and your feet and ankles feel a bit better. You fix your feet, you fix everything. Let's get rid of the worst foot that has ever been drawn in human existence. Number 3. Buy some toe spacers. This is a 2-parter. And spread your toes whenever you're walking. You can buy some really cheap toe spacers online. I think they're like 5 or 10 quid. You literally just wear them all the time in bed and they will just slowly start to spread your toes apart. And what I mean by spread your toes is whenever you're standing, walking, doing anything, spread your toes apart so it feels like it's a tripod. If your feet are a bit like this when you're relaxing, pull your toes up, bring your big toes in, push them back down again, and then push your knees outwards. And you will feel this tripod type feeling where your big toe is one point on the left or the right. Your pinky toe is on the opposite side, which is the 2 points at the front. And then you've got your heel at the back, which then creates a tripod and a solid foundation for you to just attack any task, knowing that you've got solid grounding. The more you spread your toes out when you're walking or doing anything, the more control you feel. You can feel the terrain under your feet. It makes walking more fun, to be honest, because it's like, you don't just have this thick rubber against you and the ground. You feel more grounded, you feel more connected to the earth. And let's be honest, this world's going a bit insane and all of us feel a bit disconnected from the disconnected from the earth. Don't you just love it when you're trying to film a video and you keep stuttering and messing up the words that you're trying to say? Isn't that really, really cool? Right, let's sum these 3 points up real quick. Real bad man. Be as barefoot as much as humanly possible in any situation that you're in. If you can't be, buy a pair of barefoot shoes and you'll be fine. Number 2, stretch toes as much as you possibly can. Just give them a little wiggle, you know, like really stretch them out and you will feel the difference. Number 3, buy some cheap toe spacers and spread your toes when you're walking as much as you possibly can. All of these are pretty similar. The main goal is spread your toes and make it feel like they're actually there to do something instead of you just walking in this weird ankle-driven way. Your toes are there for a reason. It's like we've forgotten we even have fucking toes. Tapping into your feet that have been neglected for so long will transform the way you walk, run, climb. You get the gist. Follow these 3 steps. Shit, I mean, follow one of them and your feet will no longer be fucked. It's been very nice to see you again. I will now say goodbye and try and get it in focus. Goodbye.